Hello, everyone. Hello. So my name is Judith Butler, and I'm the returning officer for the Student Union elections this year. So whether you're attending in person or you're tuning in online, I warmly welcome you to today's hustings. So the main objective of this event is to provide you, the electorate, with a chance to listen to the manifestos of each candidate who's put themselves forward for election. So it's an excellent opportunity to learn more about their goals and their plans for the future, and so that you can make an informed decision when casting your vote tomorrow. And we really would encourage you to exercise your right to vote. So voting is online and will be accessed through an email link, which I think has been sent to you already to your mycit.ie email. And it'll also be available on the MTU Student Union website and social media. So voting opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 8 p.m. tomorrow, the 14th of March. And although the link will be available before voting opens, access to the voting area will not be available until 8 a.m. So please don't attempt to vote until that time. So, just to introduce the event, so each candidate will speak for a maximum of 3 minutes outlining their manifestos, and this will be followed by question time, and finally the candidates will provide a 1-minute summary in reverse order. So if you do have a question for any of the candidates, please write it down and put your name and your class, this won't be called out, and pass it up to us here at the podium where Vicky is seated. So now it's time for me to introduce the candidates. So we have one candidate running for Communications Officer, and that's Alma Victoria Kraus. We have one candidate running for Entertainment Officer, and that's Connor Cody. We have one candidate running for Projects Officer, and that's Judah Aron. And we have one candidate running for Vice President Education, Ellen Bamber. And we have two candidates running for Vice President Welfare, Quiva Moore and Patricia Zabakowska. And finally, we have two candidates running for President, Erin Griffin and Richard Noonan. So now each candidate will speak for 3 minutes, and the first candidate to speak is running for Communications Officer, Alma Victoria Kraus.
Hello, students of MTU! How's it going? My name is Alma. I'm running for Communications. I am also your Communications Officer for this year. A little bit about me. I do home economics and business, and I am a full-time student here, so I feel like I could represent you very, very well, because trust me, I am in this college more than I want to be sometimes. So overall, I'm running for Communications because I feel like students are bombarded with information, and I would like to minimise this to the essentials. I know how frustrating it can be sometimes to receive a million emails into your inboxes and you do not know what to look at. So today I have 4 formal points, and that's it for me after that. So point number 1 includes how formal communications from MTU are not clear, and they're always being sent via email format, and students frankly cannot keep up with them. Everything is labelled as important notice, and at times it frankly just isn't. Therefore, I want to make sure that communications are very, very clear, especially from the executive team to MTU students. Point number 2 includes how I would like to better link MTU Kerry and MTU Cork, and how just overall we need to feel like a better community and a better group of students. Our university sisters sometimes feel very, very far away, and although yes, they are County next to us, they're still our sister university, and at times we forget them. Point number 3 includes how the class representative role is at times overlooked, and how, as a past class representative, felt it was so important, and sometimes it doesn't feel that way if you are a class rep. Therefore, I would like to better create a communication link amongst class reps, perhaps a forum or a big massive group chat, and this can also just encourage class reps to link up and chat amongst themselves. Point number 4 is how I would like the Students' Union to be represented in the day-to-day operations. Sometimes it feels like the Students' Union office can be this tucked away in a little corner, and I don't want that to be the case. I want students to look at the SU and be proud and know what's happening day to day. And overall, I am eternally grateful for having been your communications officer of 2023-2024, and I would be really, really grateful if I became your communications officer for 24 and 25. So thank you so much and have a good day.
So thanks, Alma. And next up is Conor Cody, who's running for Entertainment Officer.
Right, hello everyone. My own name is Conor Cody. I'm a second year mechanical engineer. Last year I was the projects officer for 23-24, and I'm running for entertainments this time for 24-25. So I wanted to bring up a few points that I did last year. So I was with the sabbatical officers a lot, like almost every day throughout the office, and I've been with them to loads of events. I've been to many satellite campuses, and I can understand that they actually don't get much attention than they normally do. So I want to bring up the few points that I have to increase this engagement. So for the first point, I want to make more engagement between the officers to the students. So everything happens on Bishopstown campus between Rag Week, Shag Week, Freshers, all that stuff, and we promote all of these things to the other campuses, but we never actually get to engage with them that much. So I want to try and work with everyone together to move to the other campuses at the same time. My second point is I want to work very closely with the next current welfare officer, because as entertainments, I feel like it's more my job to be more engaging to the students as a part-timer, to be relating to them as a student, because I'm a full-time student, part-time officer. I want to be able to relate and broadcast that kind of communications to them. Another point I want to bring up is that men's mental health. I don't think it gets looked on upon that much, and I kind of want to bring it to welfare and the other sabbatical roles, that it needs to be a bit more looked on, and maybe have some seminars or meetings and stuff about them. Like, it's not, we promote mental health everywhere, but I kind of want to focus more on it now, because I feel like it's getting a little bit more worse than usual. Other things I want to do is support local businesses. I feel like we do engage a lot with the other surrounding towns and in the city as well, but I kind of want to bring more businesses into campus. I feel like, we have a few of them like for engineering, like Jones. We also get a few of them in the corridors. I want to see if I can bring more in. One of my other points is I want to have and host bonus events during our more important weeks. So specifically Rag Week, Shag Week, Freshers and Refreshers. I want to see if we can bring more events like here and there throughout the big timetables. So we usually have something in the common room like once a week, maybe twice a week. It's usually bingos and stuff. I want to see if I can fit other ones in the student center in like the massive canteen area. And my final point is I definitely want to bring more attention to the satellite campuses. I want to see if we can organize timetables to bring them up to MTU while we have an event on, and organize it around them so they can get more engaged and feel like they're more part of MTU than normal. I have no more points. I won't be able to do the sum up because I have to go to class now. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you elect me next year.
So thanks, Conor. And next up, we have Judah Arun, who is running for Projects Officer.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Judah Arun. You'll find that my speeches are a lot like myself, short, quick, and efficient. I'm running for Projects Officer. Vote for me. Thank you.
So thanks very much, Judah. And next up, we have Ellen Bamber, who's running for Vice President Education.
Hi everybody, my name is Ellen Bamber and I am a final year marketing student and I'm currently running to be your next Students' Union Vice President for Education. This is something that I have thought very much about because for me, the Students' Union has given me so much, particularly when I was struggling academically for personal reasons, and I would love to be able to give back to the students. And I feel like it's hard for us to know where to go and who to talk to, and I want to be that for somebody, and I want to give back obviously from all the help I received. If elected, I would love to work alongside the university as well as the other sabbatical officers to achieve and work towards a more student-centric academic calendar. I feel like this is really important, as for the most part we don't have results before we come back to campus, and that in turn kind of can be a little bit unsettling. You don't know if you passed or if you failed, if you can move on, which can be quite stressful. Alongside that, I want to work with the university to reduce and hopefully get rid of the fee that you must pay for repeats. I know as a student it can be a struggle financially for most of us to commute, pay for accommodation. Some of us pay for our own fees, and I feel like that is an extra financial burden that we just don't need, so I'd like to work towards that. And in saying that, I'd also like to work towards a quicker and improved appeals process, because it can be quite tedious and quite stressful as it is, and I would like just to make that as simple as possible. I also would love to continue the work that the previous officers have done on providing more quiet and study spaces. I feel like it's vital for us to have somewhere to go that's not just the library to get our work done, or even just to take a few minutes and just sit down and have a bit of silence if we need it. And I think that's really important for not only our education but our mental health. Also, if elected, the class rep role is vital. They are the lines of communication between us, the students, the lecturers, everybody, and I feel like sometimes in some places they can be overlooked. I myself have never been a class rep, but the stuff that they have done for our course is vital, and I would love to improve and keep working towards more engagement between the class reps and the Students' Union. And finally, I just want to say that I think the satellite campuses are slightly overlooked. It's really important that they feel like they are part of the wider MTU community, and I'd love to work towards that. So please vote for me for education.
So thanks to Ellen. And now we're moving on to the candidates who are running for Vice President Welfare. So the first candidate to speak is Caoimhe Moore.
So hello everybody. So my name is Caoimhe Moore and I'm a fourth year fine arts student based on the Crawford campus. And the reason why I'm here today, even though public speaking mightn't exactly be my strong suit, is because I genuinely care for our students. And I'm very proactive in making sure that all the campuses, all of our students are being heard. So I am a fourth year student, and for the past 2 years, or half of my degree, which sounds kind of scary at this point, I've been working with the Student Engagement Office, which helps students by working with students, talking to students and listening to what they have to say. I've also had the initiative and the drive and the passion for students to found the MTU Feminist Society, to promote and dedicate myself to equality, inclusion, and of course diversity. As a university, representation is absolutely massive. And as a fine arts student based on Crawford, it's so refreshing to hear that my fellow candidates have mentioned the satellite campuses, because as a satellite campus student myself, I understand the kind of frustration, the isolation that satellite campus they do feel, especially when it comes to Shag Week, sexual health, which should be easily accessible and promoted for all of our students, sometimes doesn't fully make itself onto the satellite campuses. So to really push for events like Freshers Week, Shag Week, everything like that, to actually have them on the satellite campus, because all of our students deserve to be represented. And as a satellite student myself, I believe I can do that. For myself, I understand the pressures that all students face when it comes to mental health services, especially on satellite campuses as well. So I will push for more funding, for more resources for all of our students for mental health. Financing, we are under a huge amount of pressure, whether it's the housing crisis, the cost of living crisis, even having to appeal for exams and having to pay the fee for that, to push for funding, to actually push for the resources that as students we all need accessibility as well. I feel like a lot of the campuses that we do have been tailored for people who are able-bodied. So even just if it's pushing for funding for ramps to do up the elevators for people who are suffering from disability and mobility issues. So I do believe that we should represent and support all of our students, especially when it comes to welfare. Another thing as well that I'd like to bring up is that I'm very glad that you've all listened to me today and to vote for Cuiva for Welfare, because I genuinely do care for the students and I will push myself to be the most fair representative for all of our students, because we deserve to have our voice heard. Thank you very much.
So thanks to Cuiva. And next up is Patricia Zibikowska, who's running for Vice President Welfare.
Hi everyone, so my name is Patricia Zibikowska and I'm the third year early years student at the moment. I'm doing my dissertation at the moment, so once I have that finished, I will put my everything into it. I have been the class rep for my group for 3 years and I've also done societies, so I know what it's like getting involved in the college. But also I want to kind of have a positive, inclusive, but also accessible approach for all students in the college. This includes parking, transport, accommodation, and college fees, because these are huge issues that kind of the student union should be working on, and they're all working on at the moment, and I can promise you that I will continue working on them. There's also an approach that I want to take. I'm the first one in my family to be in college and the first English speaker, so I want to take the approach of kind of helping students out who don't know what they're doing or don't know what they're going or don't know how to kind of incorporate themselves in the student life. So you'll be able to come into my office and kind of ask questions, see if I can help you with anything. But that also goes for all students. There's a huge understanding from me that the satellite colleges do need more support and resources. I have loads of friends in other campuses and they have been telling me all about their issues and how they feel like they're overlooked. And so for that, I want to directly work with those campuses and the students there. For that, I want to try and also come out as much as I can into those campuses and organise events there, so that you can actually have fun and not just look at the Bishopstown campuses having fun. But for that, then there's also things like more seating, hangout spaces all around the campuses, not just in Bishopstown. Also the quality of food and the food types that we have in the college. Other than that, inclusive and fun events for all, again, including the satellite colleges and kind of involving everyone as much as they can. But also continue Eva's good work and the student union that I have been doing right now. Other than that, you can find me today and tomorrow in the main corridor here in Bishopstown, and if you're in satellite colleges, you can give me a message on Instagram, and I'll be here for you if you vote for me in. Thank you so much.
So thanks, Patricia. So we're moving on to President. And I would just like if we could all just maybe keep the noise down a little bit, because it's very hard for the candidates to speak if there's noise. So the first person to speak is Erin Griffin.
So hello MTU Cork students, my name is Erin and I'm a final year marketing student here at MTU, and I'm here today to give you a speech on why I think that I should be your next Students' Union President. So a little bit about myself is I'm a friendly and outgoing and confident individual. I'm not afraid of voicing my opinions and fighting for what I believe in, and that's why I want to be your next Students' Union President. My friends will tell you that I'm a good laugh and I'm always up for the crack, but they'd also tell you that I won't rest until the job gets done. So I do think that I'd be a great fit for this role. I'm no stranger to the Students' Union. I joined as a class rep in my first year and was elected by my peers 3 years in a row. In my second year, I was elected as the entertainment officer by the student body, and I'm still in this role today. I've really enjoyed my time working with the Student Union as a part-time officer, and having this experience behind me, I believe that I have what it takes to represent you as your next Student Union President. I previously represented MTU Cork at the USI Annual Congress, where I was involved in lobbying issues like accommodation, student fees and lots more on a national level. I'm looking forward to representing MTU Cork in the upcoming Congress later this month as your current ENDS officer, where we'll discuss and vote on critical issues facing students in Ireland today. My manifesto, which is available on my social medias, which is Erin for SU President on Instagram, and my personal LinkedIn account, outlines the issues that I want to solve for the students of MTU Cork. Some of these include advocating for the construction of affordable, purpose-built student accommodation on campus, improved campus amenities such as an increase in student relaxation spaces, revamping the West Atrium and providing more microwaves to allow students to enjoy their lunch without having to waste their time queuing. I also want to improve parking and transportation by ensuring that the park and ride service is improved and search for additional park and ride locations around Cork which will be accessible for students. I want to promote events across all campuses, and having my experience as the ENDS officer of MTU Cork, I feel that it's important to continue to raise the atmosphere of our satellite campuses, allowing students who normally don't attend the Bishopstown campus to get a fuller MTU experience. Lastly, I want to continue on the amazing work that the current officers have done. And that's all from me. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to pop over to me if you see me around campus the next few days, or you can drop me a DM on Instagram. It's Erin for SU President. Thanks, everyone.
So thanks, Erin. And just a quick reminder that if anyone has any questions, to write them out and to send them up here to us with your name and your class, and we'll pose them to the candidates. So our next speaker is Richard Noonan, who's running for president.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Richard Noonan and I will be running for presidency for the MTU Cork Student Union. I'm a fourth-year student in early childhood education and care, and I have previous experience in working with the Student Union both as a class representative for my course of multiple years, as well as my work on committees in various societies. And I believe I will offer a lot to the table in being able to support student body as a whole. Firstly, I believe that as student president, I will bring highlight to the issues of parking, as while this has been a constant issue, the recent announcement of the impending fees towards students and lecturers is not acceptable for the college experience. And I'll be pushing to fight this issue, as well as extending partnerships and collaborating with bus ride services such as the shuttle bus to continue the great work the Student Union has done in order to ensure that all students can arrive to campus on time to get their full college experience. In relation to accessibility, I believe that accessibility is simply not just a privilege, it is a fundamental right of all students. And I believe that all students need to have the proper facilities in place, that they're not falling into disrepair, as well as the establishment of new inclusive practices such as sensory rooms, as well as ensuring that the elevators working in the college are operational at all times for students. In addition to this, the infrastructure of the college needs to be improved. This lies from faulty equipment such as faulty plugs and lighting, to leading to the spotty and often unusable Wi-Fi on campus, across our campuses, as well as the mismanagement of student data across all years, postgraduate and undergraduate. I believe this requires funding and proper resources, and I will fight for these as your president. In relation to our student body, I believe that not only are undergraduates extremely valued, but also our postgraduates deserve to have proper support systems in place, both as being able to receive proper funding for their courses, as well as different town halls and workshops they're able to keep informed as to what they would need to do as their students when they're engaging in their research. As well, I believe that our satellite campuses are extremely important for our college, and I believe that there should be a sense of unity across all campuses, regardless if you're on Bishopstown, the Crawford College of Art and Design, and the Cork School of Music, just to name a few of our campuses. I believe not only should there be equitable funding across all campuses, but also there should be a highlighting towards the real talent that comes from our students across all campuses. I also believe that in regard to the food service within the college, while it is very good what's been done, I believe there should be more in regards to the availability of food throughout the day, as all students do deserve to have proper food available at all times, as well as being able to have proper substitutes in mind for students who may have either dietary or other needs where they should not be financially taxed simply for something they cannot control. As well as for your student president, I'm not simply going to be a yes man in meetings. I'm not going to yap on and do nothing as your student president. I will fight for your rights, your interests and your concerns, and I believe that if elected, I will lead everyone to have a richer college experience. Thank you very much.
So thanks to Richard. So we haven't received any questions, so we're going to go straight into the summaries. So we're now in reverse order, so we're going to start with Vice President Education, Ellen Bamber.
Hi guys, just to sum up, I genuinely believe the Students' Union can do wonderful things for the students and can really create an amazing environment if done well. The previous officers have done a great job at really focusing on the students and what their best interests is, particularly with the park and ride and the study spaces, and I would love to keep going with that. I really do believe that the satellite campuses have a huge part to play with the community we have here. They are the talent that comes out of it. They're really some of them are a little bit left behind. I have a couple of friends there, so I would really like to focus on that. And if elected, I will really work really hard for you. I really do care, and I would love to be a part of the Students' Union next year. Thank you.
So now we're moving on to Vice President Welfare, and the first candidate to speak is Patricia Zabakowska.
Hi everyone again. So I'm here again to just tell you that I will be here for every single one of you, all across all campuses, just to actually make your experiences more inclusive, fun. I don't want you worried about the fun events that we have already going on. They're not going to be taken away from me. They're actually going to be expanded for, again, every single person so they can enjoy them, indifferent to what you enjoy. It doesn't matter if you enjoy going out there and partying or if you enjoy kind of more quiet and slower activities. You'll be able to actually enjoy them as well. On top of all the issues that I've mentioned earlier, you'll actually be able to participate in the college experience and have fun without having to worry about whether you want to go into college because you don't have the money for it or you don't have the energy for it. That's where your worries will be taken away. So yeah, vote for me and you won't have to worry about that. Thank you.
So thanks, Patricia. And next up, running for Vice President Welfare is Caoimhe Moore.
Hello again. To basically sum up my previous points, I would love to be part of the Students' Union, and I feel like that, thankfully, again, as my candidates mentioned about satellite campuses, as a satellite campus student, the representation that we need and the representation that we deserve, I feel like I can bring that to the table. Understanding all of the campuses, whether it's Crawford, Sober Lane, Grand Parade, School of Music, NMCI as well, they all deserve to have their voices represented. And if I get elected, I will push for funding for mental health services. It is our right as students to fight for the resources and the facilities that we need for general housing, economic health, mental health, physical health support as well, that is accessible for all students, for all campuses, because we are a university, we are supposed to be working together, and I believe we should power on for more equality and for more inclusion and diversity as well. So thank you very much, and vote Caoimhe Moore for welfare.
Thanks, Caoimhe. Now moving on to President, and the first candidate to speak is Richard Noonan.
So, to summarise my points, I believe it would be an honour and a privilege to continue the hard work that this current student union has done, while being able to expand upon increasing greater policies and procedures that not only help to support the student experience, but able to ensure that across all campuses there is a joint feeling of collaboration and unity across all by being able to support students in all walks of their academic careers while being able to thoroughly be able to develop not only as academic individuals but as professional individuals on their own. Thank you so much, and I'd appreciate if you voted for a richer college experience.
So thanks, Richard. And finally, Erin Griffin, who's also running for President, will now summarise her speech.
So hello again, everybody. My name is Erin and I'm a final year marketing student and I want to be your next student union president. So to sum up, I'm friendly and outgoing and I never shy away from voicing my opinion. Having served as a class rep and the entertainment officer, I feel I has what it takes to be your next student union president. My involvement in national issues like accommodation and student fees at the USI Annual Congress shows my commitment to advocating for your needs. My manifesto focuses on critical issues such as affordable student accommodation, campus amenities and transportation improvements. From revamping relaxation spaces to advocating for more microwaves, I'm dedicated to enhancing your college experience. I aim to promote inclusivity across all campuses, ensuring every student feels part of the wider MTU community. I'm here to continue the excellent work of the current officers and ensure that your voices are heard. Check out my manifesto on social media and feel free to reach out with any questions or ideas, and let's build a stronger MTU together. I urge you all to vote Erin number 1 for President. Thank you.
So thanks to Erin. So just a final note, thanks to all of our candidates for presenting today. And I would encourage you to check out the candidates' online campaigns for additional information. If you need any clarity on any of the points made by any of the candidates, you can reach out to them via social media or contact them directly. So the contact details are available on the Student Union website. So now we're at the end of the hustings, and I would like to remind you to exercise your right to vote tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, the audience, whether you're here or online, for listening today. And a special thanks to our candidates who've bravely put themselves forward for election. So, Gurv Magat.